Disclaimer: Fading the Books is not responsible for any losses. These are our opinions.
Said it's about that time. Coach put me in the game so I can push that line. Fade in the books, yeah, it's time to talk parlay. This is the reason you need to watch today. It's almost game day, so let's get paid. We fade in the books, now go ahead and turn the page.
Welcome, sports betting world, to Fade in the Books. Your boy, your solo dolo tonight, but we're going to still have a good time, and we're going to put on a good live stream and hopefully catch a parlay tonight. First off, round of applause for my Chicago Bears. Round of applause for them. They claimed first place in the NFC North yesterday. The win wasn't pretty against the Vikings. We needed it to tie up the series matchup with us. And the Lions lost to the Eagles. I'd like to thank you, Philly, for helping us get that number one seed. You know, it's wins like this to build character and trust among teammates. They had to battle to the final, literally the final seconds to win that game with a walk-off field goal from Santos, who some believe his job was in jeopardy earlier in the season when they brought Moody in from the 49ers, but the captain still got his job. First, I want to start off with the Sunday picks. Threw out 4 of them for Sunday. Went 2-4 on them. It was a rough day. And let's just say that the Blue Medical Tents got a lot of ass around the league. A lot of guys got banged up. If they got banged up, you know, some of them came back in the game. Some of them season may be over with. Some of them may be out a couple of weeks. But hey, we're here for another parlay. Season is still going on. But with that being said, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was well on his way to covering the line of 200 yards. Well on his way. I think he left out with about 116 yards before he injured his left wrist, which they're doing some testing today, evaluation. So he's definitely going to either be out for the season, definitely for, you know, a couple of weeks. The other pick, Justin Herbert. I believe Herbert got banged up early in the game, maybe, but he came back. But he got benched with 11 minutes left in the game because they were getting blown out by the Jags. I don't think anyone in the NFL community saw that one coming. I don't think anyone saw that one coming, for real. I definitely didn't, you know. But the Jags are playing some pretty good football, so that AFC South, that's gonna get interesting between them and the Colts. And I do believe that they play each other here in the next couple of weeks. So those games are definitely gonna be big for them. Tonight, we have the 3-5-1 Cowboys, who's going to be playing with a heavy heart tonight and a willingness to win this game. They had a teammate a few weeks ago died by an apparent suicide, Marshawn Nealon. So I think Dallas is going to go out there and win, definitely try and win this game for him. Dallas also has about 4 new starters playing. One of them is Quinion Williams. They say he's one of the league's best run stuffers. So that may pose a problem for the Raiders and Ashton Genty with rushing the ball tonight. But I'm not looking at any Genty lines whatsoever. I don't trust the Raiders like that. I think Dallas is definitely going to go out there and do their thing. It could be a blowout. I think the line is like 3.5 right now. So a little iffy there, you know, with that line. Vegas, 2-7, 3-game losing streak at home. They're tough. They really don't even have a one receiver, I don't think, right now. They're just looking rough right now, you know, as a football team. I'm pretty sure they're going to be in the lottery for the number one pick. But tonight I really see the Cowboys just steamrolling them. Dak is probably gonna go crazy out there. Lamb is gonna do his thing, of course. The Raiders, surprisingly, are in the middle though when you talk about defense. Total defense, run defense, pass defense. The Raiders are like right in the middle of the league. Whereas the Cowboys on defense, bottom five. Total defense, run defense, pass defense. That's where you'll find the Cowboys. So for me to say I'm not taking any Raider stats, that's just a play on the Raiders. The Cowboys, like I said tonight, they got 4 new starters, a couple of linebackers, a defensive lineman. I think they're gonna tonight will be the night that their defense turns it around for them. So with that being said, I'm gonna tap into Hall of Fame bets right now. That is the app that I use to show these stats right now. So when we jump into Hall of Fame bets, we're going to go into the game. Cowboys and them. As you see, it is a 3.5 point game for the Cowboys, favorite. My first pick, what I'm looking at is I'm looking at CD Lamb. And I'm looking at his receiving yards. And I'm going big plays here tonight. I'm going big plays. With the Raiders, where they're ranked in the middle, you look at some of these receivers from the past games. You got Bryant with 43. You got Washington for 90. Rasheed Rice. Like some of these guys, you're kind of like, who are they? You know, and if you don't know who they are, chances are you probably don't know who their quarterback is. So with that, with all that being said, I'm gonna take CD Lamb, and I'm gonna take him for 100 yards. That's right, I said it. I'm taking CD Lamb for 100 yards receiving tonight. I think that Dak is literally gonna throw the ball 30 to 40 times a night, literally. And I think Lamb, he's just gonna, make some big plays down the field. Um, the Raiders, again, they're 25th in reception yards to the receiver, but they're 16th overall in reception yards to teams. Okay, so I'm taking CD Lamb and I'm playing this 25th overall receiving yards to the wide receiver. So that's why I'm looking at CD Lamb for 100 yards receiving tonight. Definitely doable against this Raider squad that's 26th in the league or 25th to the wide receiver position. So that is my first play, CD Lamb, and we can get that line. I'm on FanDuel. Let's see. I can get that line at, let's see here, plus 140 for CD Lamb. And I'm taking him for 100 yards. He's covered that line. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, three out of what, 9 games or so. So I look for a big game from CD Lamb tonight. So that's the first pick. I'm only gonna throw out there for community. You out there? Go ahead and throw out some picks. This is our parlay. These are our picks. If you want to parlay them together. With my second pick, I'm going with George Pickens, and I'm actually going to take 2 lines with Pickens. First, I'm going to take his reception. Okay, his reception line right now is at 4.5. Okay, and it's at minus 128. I'm going to take that at 4. Let me see what 4 is real quick. 4 receptions. Oh, we're just gonna take the 4.5. four receptions I saw is at minus 310. And that line is crazy. I'm not touching that. But I will take George Pickens at 4.5 receptions at 128. As we see here, we'll just go 5 games. He was targeted 6. Well, he was targeted 9, 9, 6, and 11. And we're going for 5 tonight against his 25th ranked team. Receptions to the wide receiver. So I really like George Pickens. Raiders, they play a bunch of zone, and George Pickens, he could be a number one on somebody else's squad. But one thing about George Pickens is that he'll find that slot, that spot in the zone, and Dak Prescott is one of the quarterbacks who's actually real good against the zone. He's one of the most accurate passers that we have today playing. I think he'll get that ball to Pickens 5 times with no problem. So that's my second pick for tonight. My next pick, I'm staying with George Pickens, and I'm going with his receiving yards. They have his receiving yards line at, let's see here. They have it at 65 and a half. I'm looking at maybe 50. Let's see what that's at. If 50 at 230, that's still a push there. I'll run him at 60. I like that line better, 60 yards. Even when we punch it up here, 60. He's covered that line a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of what, 9? He's covered that line. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna run with that 60 yards at 146. Again, we're targeting the Raiders and their corners. That's what we're targeting. So the numbers, the data, it makes sense. So CD Lamb 100, Pickens 60, 5 receptions. Yeah, I like that a lot. Last one that I'm going with, and then I'm gonna probably end the stream. And unless you guys, I see we got 4 people in here. If you want to, chat, let me know what you like tonight. I would greatly appreciate it. If not, quick recap. I like CD Lamb. I'm taking him at 100 yards tonight. Yes, I am. George Pickens, as I just stated, I'm taking him for 60 yards receiving. And I also have him for over 4.5 receptions tonight. So I'm really targeting the Raiders. And again, I like 4 plays tonight. I'm trying to keep the parlays about 4 or 5 legs, because when you get to the 9, 10, that's when you run into a lot of trouble. Really you should be really straight. Straight is the way to go when you parlay. But us, man, we trying to spend less and win more. That's my motto. All right. Last play that I'm going with tonight. Let's look here. Let's look. Do we want to go with a Javonte Williams play? Huh. Let's see something here, because the way this is set up on Hall of Fame, it doesn't show me the anytime touchdown. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop over here on the iPad and bring it up. And I'm looking at Javonte Williams for an anytime touchdown. He has 6 out of the last 9 games. So I'm gonna take him for an anytime touchdown. The Raiders are ranked 21st in anytime touchdowns overall, and to the running back. Um, if the ball gets down there, goal line. Joe, what's up, Joe, man? Minus 155 for Williams. Yeah, that anytime touchdown. Yes, it is. Let's go back on here. Anytime touchdown. Let me pull it up on my iPad here. For anytime touchdown. Yep, I got it 150. It says 150 on here. This one hasn't updated it yet. So it's saying 155 or whatnot. But I'll take him at 150 for an anytime touchdown. So right now with the 4 picks that I got, I'm at plus 737 with a 30% boost. That'll take you up to 959. So $10 will get you $90. 20 will get you about 180 or so. Um, Again, if you guys like anything in the chat, go ahead and put it out there and we'll look it up and we'll see what it's saying. Oh, chat, we'll go there. So Joe, 155 for Williams. I am. It said 150 anytime touchdown. I am taking it. I actually thought about Genty, but man, I don't know. I don't trust the Raiders, man. I just don't trust them, man. Dallas is playing. They got a lot to play for tonight. With the teammate, the pass. They got 4 new starters back. They're coming off a L to Arizona. Like, I think Dallas is gonna be ready tonight. And Dak has a damn good record in like primetime games. So this is where Dak shines. Sanders get a touchdown. Who? Son, who are you saying? Sanders get a touchdown. Are you? I hope you ain't talking about no Shador, because man, these ain't the teams, buddy. These ain't the teams. Oh man, that's wild. Javonte Williams to get a touchdown. That's who I'm going with tonight. I don't know. You let me know, chat. Got 6 people in here. If y'all feeling any Raiders, we can take a look at them. Genty has an A- matchup, but as I stated, Dallas has one of the hey, he's a Pro Bowl, a 3-time Pro Bowl. He's all Pro. Like, they saying this guy's one of the tops. They're saying he's won Lamar for MVP. You troll it. You troll it. But I tell you, they say that he's one of the top, like linemen, like run stuffers in the league. And they got Genty at 70 yards, and he's only covered that line a couple times this season. you know. And again, Dallas, like I said, they're bottom 5 in every single defensive category there is out there. For real. Even like them stopping people from getting Gatorade, they're bottom 5. It's wild. But I don't know, man. I just can't pull the trigger with the Raiders. But somebody in the chat, man, if y'all can convince me, man, like show me one person, I'm definitely not messing with Brock Bowers. Uh I remember my guy Telly said something about Tyler Lockett. I pulled it up. You know, they don't even have, like, on here on Hall of Fames, they don't have Tyler Lockett nowhere listed as a player. It's like I literally got to search for him. Right? I think they got him at. Let me look on FanDuel real quick and see what they got his line at. They got him at 28.5. And they got Lockett at 3.5 receptions. So they got him at 4 receptions at plus 118. Sounds good. It sounds good. Until let's go ahead and pull up Tyler Lockett here and see what we're working with. So let's pull up his receptions here. And if you look at his receptions here, he got 5 receptions last game. Okay, 5 receptions. But if you look at that, 0, 2, 1, 1. His targets, 4. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Like, he's getting no more. He's averaging about 3 targets a game. And they got him at 3.5 for plus money. I can't do it. I can't do it. Even though he had 5, I just can't see it. Not at plus money. If it's over 3.5 at plus 118, let me see what they got 3 at for him. They got 3 at 210. I still wouldn't touch it. I still wouldn't touch that. So right now we got the 4 plays again. I took CD Lamb for 100 yards, George Pickens over 4.5 receptions, and then I also took George Pickens for 60 yards receiving, and I took Javonte Williams anytime touchdown score. Now let's look at Dak. Let's look at Dak real quick. Because if I'm taking Lamb for 100, if I'm taking Pickens for 60, I got to look at Dak passing yards. They got him at 250 right now. Let's see. They got Dak at 256 passing yards. 225. 225 would be a little icing on the cake. I like it. I'm going to roll with Dak, 225. And that right there, those are my 5 plays that gave you 5 plays that I'm going with tonight. The chat. Need some plays from the chat now. I wanna see what y'all gotta say. Yeah, little man, it's a Monday night game. Monday night. Cowboys and Raiders. Cowboys and Raiders. Now, some of you know, did catch a college one. I didn't put it out there, but some of you know, did catch a college one. So it's a pretty decent weekend, you know. Thought about a NBA. I do have one. I may throw it on a quick shorts video real quick if you want to check it out. I will be back Thursday. I'll be back with another live stream for Thursday Night Football. So make sure you set your notifications bell for that. Greatly appreciate it if you stop in there, say what's up, give a line play or whatnot. Real quick on the channel. The channel is currently at 43 subscribers. Trying to get to 50 by the end of the month. So we're only 7 away. 7 away. Again, the channel is still growing. Still reaching out to people to, help be a part of the channel. Working on the Discord with Telly. So that may be coming in the Discord. There'll also be some different channels out there. People playing different sports. Hey, if you're in a race car, probably be somebody in there for that. Soccer, UFC, boxing. It's all kind of channels that's going to be in there. So that should be coming real soon. Hopefully that may be, by the end of the month. I got to get with Telly on that. But that being said, got 5 picks out there. Hopefully we can cash one tonight. Make it a good night. Make it a very good morning. With that being said, I will see y'all Thursday on the live stream.